Hello friends, welcome back. Hearty welcome to you. We have been given two equations of two circles. We have to find out how many number of common tangents can be drawn to these two circles. So we have been given the equation of the circle, and the equation is in the standard form. So what is the standard form of the circle? We know that that's equal to x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0, where the center is minus g minus f, coordinates of center are minus g minus f, and the radius is square root of g square plus f square minus c. So first what we will try to do, we'll try to find out the centers of these two circles, coordinates, and also the radius. Then we will apply the condition that what is the relation between how is the relation between the center distance between the two centers and the radii, sum or difference. Based on that we can find out how many common tangents can be drawn. So first we will try to find out the distance between the center. We'll find out the coordinates of center and also the radii separately. Then we'll have a look at what are the different conditions, how we can have different common tangents for different conditions. If I look at first one, minus g comma minus f, 2gx equal to minus 4, so g equal to minus 3. So can I say that 2g equal to minus 4, g equal to minus 2, so the center is, I'll write down here, 2g is equal to minus 4, 2f equal to minus 6, that means g equal to minus 2 and f equal to minus 3. So the center is at 2 comma 3. Let us say g1 f1, g1 f1 is 2 comma 3, and the radius r1 equal to square root of g square 2 square plus 3 square minus c, that is minus of minus 12, which is equal to 4 plus 9 13, 13 plus 12 equal to 25, square root of 25 is 5. So we know that circle C1 coordinates are 2 comma 3, radius equal to 5. Now let's go to the next circle. We know that 2g2 is equal to 6 and 2f2 is equal to 18. So can I say g2 equal to 3 and f2 is equal to 9. Then the center is at minus 3 comma minus 9 because it is minus g minus f, and this is C2 coordinates. And what is R2? R2 equal to square root of minus 3 whole square plus minus 9 whole square minus c, that is nothing but minus 26, which is equal to square root of 9 plus 81 minus 26, which is equal to square root of 64, that's equal to 8. So this is our R2. So we'll write them down at one corner so that we can move to the next step. We'll write down here C1, C2, R1, R2. C1 coordinates are 2 comma 3, C2 coordinates are minus 3 comma minus 9, R1 is 5 and R2 is equal to 8. Now let us look at the different scenarios how we can find out the number of common tangents. Let us say the distance is C1 and C2 between the centers and the radius is R1 R2. If C1 C2 is greater than R1 plus R2, what is the meaning of that? The distance between the centers of two circles is greater than sum of their radius. That means the circles are not touching each other, or they are not intersecting. Can I say the circles are not meeting with each other? Not touching each other. In this case, how many tangents we will have? So let's have a rough, suppose I have a circle like this. there is another circle. Now how many I can draw? One is this, the other one is this, the other one is this, and the other one is this. So I can have four common tangents in this particular case. Let's move to the next case. What is our next case? Let us say the next case is C1 C2 is equal to R1 plus R2. So what is the meaning of that? We'll write down here. C1 C2 equal to R1 plus R2. That means the circles touch each other externally. They touch each other externally. In that scenario, how the diagram will look like? We have two circles, just a rough figure. We have two circles touching each other. Let us say that's it. So you can see that if the centers is at this particular 2 points, then this is radius R1, R2. You know that the distance between centers is equal to sum of the radii. That means they are externally touching each other. Now, this case it is 4 common tangents, and in this case it is 3 common tangents. Now when I can have, in this case I will have 3 common tangents. How I will have 3? Let me show you. One will be like this, and the other one will be going like that, and the other one is in the where they are touching each other. So there are 3 common tangents in this particular case. Okay. Now if they touch each other internally, then how the scenario will look like? Let's have a look at that. If they touch each other internally, in that case, so let us say we have two circles. For some time just take that's a circle, and you have another circle inside. They touch each other. In this scenario, there will be only one common tangent. So can I go ahead and write down? If C1 C2 is equal to R1 minus R2, then they will be internally touching, and there will be only one common tangent. Now when we will have two tangents, we will have two tangents when C1 C2, the distance between them is less than R1 plus R2, then the circles will be intersecting with each other. Circles will be intersecting, and in that case we will have two tangents. Let us say we have a big circle here, and we have another circle. Now let us say these are the centers between the two circles. You see that clearly C1 C2 is less than R1 plus R2. In this scenario there will be only two tangents. You can draw only two tangents. So these are the different scenarios. Now what we have to understand is we have to find out C1 C2. We have to check which condition will satisfy. If let us say C1 C2 equal to R1 plus R2, then I can go ahead and say, okay, these two circles are externally touching each other, therefore there are three common tangents. If C1 C2 equal to R1 minus R2, then I can say that, oh, these two circles touch each other internally, so there will be only one common tangent. So let's go ahead and find out the distance C1 C2 now. Since we have seen all the four scenarios, the scenarios are, if C1 C2 is equal to R1 plus R2, externally touching, three common tangents. C1 C2 is greater than R1 plus R2, they are not meeting with each other, so they are not touching each other, you have four common tangents. If C1 C2 is equal to R1 minus R2, internally touching. If C1 C2 is less than R1 plus R2, then they are intersecting each other. So now let's go ahead and find out what is C1 C2. C1 C2, we have to find out the distance between points 2, 3 and minus 3, 9. We know the formula, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square in square root x1 y1 x2 y2 x2 minus x1 whole square minus 3 minus 2 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square minus 9 minus 3 whole square. Now 5 square is 25 plus 12 square is 144, which is equal to square root of 169, which is equal to 13. So we know distance between center C1 C2 is 13. Now what is our R1 plus R2? R1 plus R2 is equal to 8 plus 5, that is also equal to 13. So both are equal. We know that from whatever the discussion we had earlier, if C1 C2 equal to R1 plus R2, that means those two circles are touching each other externally, so the number of common tangents will be nothing but 3. So our answer for this particular problem will be, there will be 3 common tangents, because the distance between the centers of these two circles is equal to sum of the radii. So let's summarize this. We have been given two circles. We can, looking at the standard equation, we know the center is minus g minus f and the radius is square root of g square plus f square minus c. We found out the centers of the two circles. We found out the radius of two circles. After that, we just checked the different distance C1 C2 and R1 R2. What is the relation between them? We know that if C1 C2 equal to R1 plus R2, then the two circles will be touching each other externally. That means there will be 3 common tangents. So that's one interesting problem which was asked in 2015 main. So I just thought of sharing that with you. I'll catch you once again with another interesting example. Till then, keep smiling and sharing. Bye for now.